lovely people of the internet. My name is Timid and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. And in today's video, we're kind of building a big pastel pink apartment for my legacy sim, Hannah. So Hannah is technically the 11th generation, however, I'm not particularly playing with her at all that much. I'm more focused on the 10th generation as it's the last generation in this series. Saying that, the vibe for this build is that her stupidly rich parents let her have a basement apartment because she's kind of spoiled, kind of a brat, kind of knows she's incredible, and her parents could never say no to her. So you get the vibe. They're very, very rich. It's 10 generations in, so they've got a lot of generational wealth. They've got a lot of money to burn. They can burn it on the kid. So she's an only child, but she's best friends with her cousin Caitlin. So for some context on Hannah, her parents are Ben and Monica, who met on Cupid's Corner. And Monica is the sim from the Lopez family from the Love Struck pack. And I didn't know this till today, but she has 2 children already. I genuinely had no idea until I looked at Hannah's genealogy, and it kind of made me feel really bad for stealing these 2 kids' mum so I could play her with my legacy family. But anyway, Hannah is a genius. She's cheerful, she has high self-esteem, she's got the relatable trait. She enjoys baking, fitness, video gaming, singing, and her favourite colour is pink, and she likes cute decor, which is kind of what heavily inspired this build. She's a high school student, and for a student she's kind of failing. It's not all my fault, I promise. She never goes to school autonomously, so she's getting a D. However, I still wanted to give her an apartment, partly because I want to go back to focusing my gameplay on her parents. I've got a lot of ideas and I'm kind of not done with those sims yet, but also partly because I think it would be cool to have a place for my teenage legacy sims to hang out, but mostly because I just wanted an excuse to build a cute pastel pink apartment. So I wanted to have some skill building items in here, so I put in a gym, I put in a small music room, and I put an easel in the office. But this build ended up being quite big for only one sim. There's a kitchen, a dining room, a living room, a gym, a music room, a bedroom, with a sort of open closet-y space, an office, and a bathroom. I wanted the majority of the build to be pastel pink, with white and pastel green hints around the place. Side note, I apologise if I'm not completely coherent, as it is currently 1:49 AM, and I have been recording a lot of videos today to help get a bit of a backlog going again. I used to have a bit of a backlog, but I ran out of videos because ages ago, I'm fine now, but ages ago I got a bit ill, and then I moved house, I went through a breakup, and then I met someone, and basically just general life stuff got in the way of YouTube. However, I'm trying my best to get back into the swing of things, uploading twice a week, maybe once a week. We'll circle back to that at some point later, and put out daily shorts and all that sort of thing. Full disclosure, there is a lot of Sims content coming up in my backlog. There are some other cozy games, but I'd say about 80% of it is The Sims 4. So speaking of The Sims, have you heard about the Sims movie that's coming out? So it was leaked like 6 months ago, and I didn't want to get my hopes up, but it's officially been announced now. So it's starring Margot Robbie, you know, the one that played Barbie in the Barbie movie. Apparently it's going to be full of lore, and they're talking about adding freezer bunnies and pools without ladders, but they haven't released too much information about it yet. Like, this movie isn't going to be released for probably a few years. However, something coming to The Sims a lot sooner is My Sims. Did anyone else play My Sims as a kid, or My Sims Kingdom? I still play My Sims to this day, and a couple of weeks ago I played it on my Twitch channel, link in the description. But the Sims team are releasing both the My Sims and the My Sims Kingdom games for Switch, and they're basically branding it as this like cozy bundle, I think is what they're calling it, but it's like $40. It is so expensive. When you get each of the games on Amazon for a tenner, I don't think it's worth the $40. However, apparently there's like better graphics, and I mean, you can get it on Switch. That's basically all it is. But I do love the kind of the focus on the older games. My Sims was my childhood. I honestly don't think I would have gotten into The Sims if it wasn't for playing My Sims on Wii as a kid. Because I was playing about the time where The Sims 2 came out, So then I got into The Sims 2, and then later on The Sims 3, and then 4. So apparently there's My Sims merch coming out in the Sims store in November, and I cannot wait to see it. I'm definitely going to get something from the drop, but I don't know what to get. I'd like a t-shirt, but I'm violently aware of how expensive the shipping is for anyone outside the US. But whatever I end up getting, I'll show you guys probably on Twitch, maybe on YouTube, just depending. And I'll tell you my thoughts on the merch. Speaking of merch, and this is not going to be subtle, however, I do have merch, which I really don't expect anyone to buy. I just had fun making cute t-shirts and mugs and like keyboard mats and all that sort of stuff. I'd really appreciate it if you checked out. The link is in the description. So, completely new topic, right? 2 kits are coming out today. And I say today, it is today for me. It will not be today when this video comes out. I'll be making some form of video on them, whether I review them, whether I do a build, whether it's shorts. I'm not sure yet. It depends on what I feel inspired to do when I see the pack, and it also depends on what you guys want to watch. But for the new packs that are coming out, a nursery kit and an art studio kit. I honestly don't know what I'm more excited for. I mean, it'd be nice to have some kind of darker nursery build stuff, purely so I can enjoy playing with the goth family. Or I could make like a cute vampire nursery. However, I would also like making a cute country style, quite cluttered homes as well, which I feel like the artist kit would work quite well for. Oh, more Sims news, right? So the Sims are doing this thing called creator kits, I believe. They're basically like getting custom content creators to create whole kits, and then I believe the Sims team are just refining it rather than it being like the collab they did with, I think it was Plumbella for the Pastel pop kit, where I believe she gave the Sims team ideas and like actually pitched it for the pack, and then they created it. With the creator kits, I believe that the creators are actually making the items themselves, which I think is going to be a really good way to celebrate the CCers. I mean, custom content creators have been kind of carrying this game for a long time now. I think it's actually a really good idea. Anyway, another topic change. Wait, side note, I apologize, I'm all over the place today. I'm sleep deprived and I'm rambling. But I was wondering, how on earth do I finish my legacy challenge? Like, when do I stop? What do I do for a finale? How long do I leave it? Like, do I play my 10th generation Sims until they died? Do I do a recap of all the generations? Do I play until their kids age up and move out? I've honestly never seen people play legacy challenges from start to finish, so I have no idea what anyone else does. I have no frame of reference for this. Please let me know what I should do in the comments below. And I know I say this in my speed builds, but I'm sorry about the sheer amount of packs that I used in this build. I used so much high school years in Pastel Pop, as well as a cool kitchen stuff pack, and I also somehow managed to use the My Wedding Disasters pack too. I know it's supposed to be called My Wedding Stories, but I'm not being funny, it's an absolute sham. I've had people die at weddings, I've had guests throw away my cake, I've had Sims just decide to get married without the officiant, even if the officiant is standing right next to them. I had a bride flirt with one of the guests in front of their newlywed husband. Weddings do not work at all. However, the build stuff and the cast stuff is so good. And the world is awesome. It's just the gameplay that's a massive letdown because its entire point of the pack does not work. I could honestly complain about this Sims pack for hours. However, I will still get them all. Because I play them on Twitch and I build with them all the time. I wouldn't buy all of the packs if I didn't do Twitch or YouTube. If there was a pack I genuinely wanted, I would wait for it to go on sale or I'd get it in a bundle, but I feel like that's kind of difficult when I'm trying to be a Sims YouTuber, I guess. I say trying to be a Sims YouTuber because I still consider myself a Minecrafter. On the topic of Minecraft, right, I've been building up the same world since I've started my YouTube channel, right? And I'm currently building on my world like loads of mega bases. Loads and loads of mega bases. And I don't really post that much Minecraft content. Would you guys be interested in seeing the builds I've been working on? My cat has just broken into the room. Bear with me. Guys, say hi to my cat. But would you guys be interested in seeing like my Minecraft world? I could hypothetically make time-lapse videos because I've been recording my buildings just in case. Or I could show you my builds in shorts or post them on my Discord. Let me know in the comments. But back to The Sims for a second, and I apologise the Speedbuild voiceover is all over the place. But did you guys see the Life and Death trailer come out? So for those who don't know, the Life and Death expansion pack is coming out, and the trailer for it came out this week, and you have no idea how excited I was when I watched it. I don't always get excited about Sims packs coming out, but I actually really like this idea. The whole vibe of the pack fits really well with other kits and other packs. I imagine building with the Life and Death pack with other packs like Realm of Magic, Paranormal Stuff, Crystal Creations, and I think it goes really well with the Grunge Cast kit. But I had a look at the EA website and there's a list of things that are coming out in the pack. So the pack has like a bucket list you can build for your Sims, so you can choose a bunch of goals for your Sims to do from the young adult life stage up until the point they die. I don't really know what happens if you complete it, and I don't really know what happens if you don't complete it, but I guess we'll find out when the pack releases on the 31st of October. I believe some goals are still chosen based off your Sim's personality and your Sim's family relations, but you can still choose a handful of them. According to the EA website, completing all the goals reaps powerful rewards, but I have no idea what that means. You can also complete goals as a ghost, so once you die, you can choose to move on or remain as a ghost or be reborn. I have no idea if there's any penalty for not completing goals before death, but I can't imagine there would be. There is also a new career. As essentially the Grim Reaper, I imagine it will be an interactive career and your Sim can help the Grim Reaper and you can help ghosts and disperse hauntings. The other career coming in the pack is the Mortician career. I have no idea if this is an active career, and if it is, I don't know what it would entail. There's a couple of new aspirations and skills. There's a Thanatology skill and a Ghost Historian. I have no idea what a Thanatology skill is, and I have no idea if I'm pronouncing it even vaguely correctly, but I googled it. And apparently it's the scientific study of death and the practices associated with it, including the study of the needs of the terminally ill and their families. So basically someone who likes studying death, dying, bereavement and grief. That's nice and lovely and lighthearted, I guess. Also, arguably, my favourite part of the pack, there's a new death! So you can have a pet crow. And if it doesn't like you, it can kill you, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. Also, right, you have tarot cards, which I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not into tarot in real life, so I don't think it's something I'd be particularly interested in. But I'll still try it. So you know how when your Sim dies, their loved ones are sad for like 2 days. Now they've changed it, so there's 4 different types of grief, depending on the grieving Sim's personality traits and their relationship with the deceased Sim. Funerals are completely customizable, which kinda worries me. If it's done well, it's gonna be awesome. However, my wedding stories was a disaster and is still broken. So I'm imagining funerals are gonna have similar problems to weddings. I can imagine they're gonna be fairly dysfunctional and your Sims aren't gonna do what you want them to do. However, I think it'd be kind of funny. While your Sim is alive, you can create a will, which is used to pass down heirlooms, distribute money, and assign guardians for any children in the household. And I would imagine it's the same for pets, but I think it would be cool to have like arguments with family over inheritance. Also, there's new caskets and grave sites, which this is absolutely going to make my Vampire Legacy challenge complete. Now, I really want to build a graveyard with custom graves for each of my Sims and make it really kind of dark and dingy. One thing coming to The Sims that I'm really looking forward to is living as a ghost. Ghost Sims are kind of boring as an occult because there's not much you can do with them. However, with the new pack you can apparently either help or terrorize the living Sims. You can assist with household chores and be a pleasant ghostie, or you can be an absolute nightmare and levitate living Sims and dangle them upside down. That's kind of all I know about the pack as of yet, We'll be seeing more from the gameplay trailer on the 17th of October, which will be going a little more into depth in the pack. I'm fully aware that the 17th has already happened if you're watching this, but the 17th has not happened for me as I'm recording it. But I will probably talk about the trailer a bit in the next speed build. So before an expansion pack comes out, there's usually 2 trailers. The first one's kind of short, showing some casts and build stuff, but mostly focusing on the gameplay. And then the second one has a voiceover and goes into more detail about the pack. It's usually a little bit longer. Now, most expansion packs have early purchase incentives. So they have about 3 items, usually 1 or 2 build items and then 1 or 2 cast items. I don't like this concept, because I think it's absolutely silly to pay £35 for a pack as soon as it comes out, when you could wait a few months for it to go on sale. I think the incentive of the early purchase is so people don't wait for it to go on sale, or alternatively, you could Google Anadius. Don't tell the Sims team I said that. But anyway, I kind of hate shorts, right? Full heads up, I'm gonna rant. As a quote-unquote YouTuber, my YouTube channel has always done best when I've uploaded daily shorts. I mean, I've had more views on my videos and my live streams as well, right? And I've never particularly cared about views. I've always made videos and streamed because I enjoy it. However, it then became like this little community, and there are some people who watch every video and watch every stream, and they've been here for months, and for some it's been over a year, and I really appreciate you all. I'm trying to get back into the swing of YouTube and balancing life, and I do have a pretty big YouTube project that I'm working on, which I've spent the majority of my free time for the last few months. Well, I say the last few months. I started this in April. I'm also working on a bigger video than usual for the middle of November. It's looking like it's going to be around 40-ish minutes, and it's not something I'm used to doing on this channel, so I hope you guys enjoy it when it comes out. But anyways, I kind of hate shorts. However, it does give me growth, but I also don't really mind about not growing. I'd rather have enjoyed the content I made, but it would also be cool to reach 1,000 subs. I'm in this really weird place about shorts, and you can tell it's 2 AM. I don't watch shorts or TikToks or reels much. I don't enjoy making them. It's kind of a ball ache, but I try to put them out anyway. Essentially, I'm asking your guys' opinions on shorts. Do you watch shorts in general? What sorts of short content would you guys be interested in seeing from me? And do you have any ideas to get me to stop hating shorts? I was considering going 100% Sims content for shorts, but I'm not actually getting bored with Sims content. I was considering making some cast videos, and for those who might not be aware, cast stands for creatism. I could make some room building shorts. I could specifically make a bedroom for a mermaid or a nursery for a vampire baby or something like that. I could make chaotic short gameplay clips. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I try to reply to every comment as long as it's not mean. And I hope you guys realize I have no idea where we are in the speed build, because for some silly reason I don't actually watch the build while I'm recording over it. So I'm going to take a guess and assume we've already done the bedroom, purely because I'd like to talk about that room in particular. It's kind of my favourite because I linked it to the Sims room in her parents' house, and it doesn't necessarily look too different, it's just bigger. I added a little walk-in closet gaming kind of space. I have no idea why, I just wanted to. I just honestly love that in my bedroom. So for this bedroom, I ended up using a lot of stuff from the high school years pack. And I mean, are we surprised by this point? So the bed, the wardrobe, rugs, sofa, dressing tables, mirror, posters, desk, chair, computer, and dressers are all from this pack. So safe to say I used a lot from the pack. Now, I use this pack all the time. I'm always renovating the school, and I always play with teenagers, and I always have them go to school and either study really hard or I just completely flunk it. I also build with the pack loads. I love it for offices and bedrooms, and there's a particular bar stool that I always use from this pack. I frequently use the CAS, but there's other packs that I prefer for create a sim side game. However, I think so much more could have been done with the pack. With the gameplay, I honestly get bored so quickly. I play it lots, but purely because I set myself a stupid goal to have my team get an A, which is actually stupidly ridiculously difficult. I wish more hobbies and activities came in the back. I wish there was something like skateboarding or band instruments and more art types like pottery and sketching and lino printing and mosaics and that sort of thing. We could have had awesome art classes. We could have had awesome gym classes as well, like if there were more sports like football, or if you could have proper basketball tournaments. I wish there were more types of dancing, like the school could have had a small dance studio with ballet bars. There would have been awesome opportunities for CAS. There could have been more classes. There could have been like science practicals or home ec or cooking classes. And there could have been cars. I mean, we've had the perfect opportunity for cars because they literally made parking spaces in debug in this pack. It's a very American themed pack. Typically in media such as American movies and music videos, it shows teenagers driving to school. So I'm kind of bummed that there still isn't cars in this game. The biggest thing I would have liked in the pack would have been the ability to be a teacher. I would have loved to have that as an active career, as a teacher or be a high school principal. I think there was a lot of missed opportunity with the pack, but that unfortunately could have been said about a lot of the Sims packs. Side note, if anyone is watching this video and is a Sims modder, please, please, please could someone add these things to the high school years pack? I would love you forever if you added this content to the pack. Side note, someone made an extension to the Art and Living pack and it is so good. I'll link it down below. It's honestly such a good mod and I think that it adds so much to the game, which unfortunately didn't come in the pack. But anyway, I think we're probably coming somewhere near to the end of the video, so I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. If you have any particular Sims builds you'd like me to try, let me know in the comments. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe, but absolutely no pressure if you don't want to. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless you all, lots of love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!